She said, yeah. Why don't you just create it here? Create a space here. I get men that come in here all the time, you know, asking about this or asking about that. And I'm a woman. So it'd be good to come from a divine masculine. So we sat down, I started journaling about it, meditating on it, and here we are, the third month running.
Mhm.
Because what you imagine, you create. And that's not just in the positive, because you got to understand everything is energy. So if you're imagining you're going to have a hard time doing something, guess what's going to happen? You're going to have a hard time doing something. You understand what I'm saying? So people
Yeah.
really got to understand your thoughts are that powerful.
Hmm.
Your thoughts are that powerful.
There's a book. It's two books that really speak about this. Um, The Secret and Think and Grow Rich. And a third one, I don't think it's a book, but I think it's just saying Law of Attraction. The Law of Attraction is in The Secret, but the to what is called Rich. Wait, what is called Think and Grow
Talking
Rich? It
about
just
rich dad, poor dad.
no, not Rich Dad Poor Dad. Think and Grow Rich.
Okay.
Um, these books are really just saying describing the power of belief. It's not biased. Well, like you just mentioned, it doesn't go to one. It doesn't dictate what's going to happen on either side. No, no, no. It's an equal balance between good and bad. Whatever you think, that's what's going to happen. Either good is going to happen or bad is going to happen. It's happening because you are thinking it. And it's crazy when I actually believed and understood this was when I got in a car accident. I got in a car accident June 29th of 2022. Prior to me getting in the accident that day, a couple weeks ago, I even imagined it. What if me or my ex-wife get in a car accident? Then what happened? Couple weeks passed by, I was the one that got in the accident. Then I'm like, oh, the power of the mind is so unique. We don't understand what we're thinking into our daily lives. And it's like I can't blame nobody but myself because I believed it was going to happen.
Right. And being present also makes you aware. See, awareness is something that you have to understand too, because you're gonna have thoughts regardless. You know what I'm saying? But when you're able to be aware of those thoughts, knowing that you have them, be aware of them, you don't have to sit in them, and they won't resonate because you are aware. Okay, I'm having this thought. I'm aware of that. Let me move away from that thought because you're aware of it. A lot of times we're not aware of our thoughts, and most of the time our thoughts ain't even our thoughts.
Mm. The outside thoughts infecting the inside.
Yeah, you gotta remember we've been indoctrinated since we was kids, man. From our parents, from school, from churches, from you name it. You know what I'm saying?
I do. Mm.
How many times you use your imagination, or you was at a kid and you using your imagination, you creating these worlds, and people tell you, nah, that man, what you talking about, man? You crazy? Nah, that ain't. It's wrong to have an imaginary friend, or it's wrong to do this, or don't think like that, or that ain't logic, or that ain't gonna happen, or we ain't got it, or all that type of stuff, man. Them thoughts get embedded into your body, and then your mind and your consciousness and your subconsciousness. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mhm.
the subconscious is way more powerful than the consciousness. You understand what I'm saying?
It is.
So when you start to reprogram yourself, working on yourself to reprogram yourself, the daily affirmations, meditation, reading, being out in nature, all that stuff is reprogramming the subconscious, your etheric body. You understand what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Because we way more than just the physical. This is just a temporary shell. You know what I'm saying? And when we understand that we spiritual beings having a human experience and not the other way around, But you will hear that a lot. You know what I'm saying? When you're dealing with people of spirituality. But you gotta understand spirituality belongs to you. It's you. Can't nobody tell you how to be or what to be or how your spirituality should look. Only you can do that. And that's why when people ask me, am I religious? And I'll be like, no, I'm spiritual. I don't knock whatever anybody else got going on because it's not my job to tell anybody what they got going on. My job is to do me and let what I'm doing resonate. And then if you got questions, feel free to ask. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So that's where I'm at with it and understanding that those energies and understanding the power of those thoughts, of our consciousness.
I always say that as well. I'm not religious. I'm just spiritual. I'm very spiritual. I have a personal relationship with God. And one time I was talking to, I forgot who I was speaking with. I think I said a couple weeks ago. I said, think of this. I said Christianity is like a separation between. I'm not Christianity, but religious. Religions are like separation from different people when you just serving the same purpose, same God. I'm like, to be honest, there's nothing against it, but I'm just spiritual. I don't claim myself as a Christian, as a Baptist, or nothing like that. I'm spiritual. That is it. I am spiritual.
And
Me.
that's all. Yeah, and that's all it has. That's all it is.
That's all it
Either somebody gonna accept it or they ain't. You know what I mean? That's to their own discernment. That's their own reality. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yep. It's a process behind the journey, but are you willing to go through that phase? Everything's going to be difficult. Everything that you don't know how to do will be overwhelming because you ain't never done it before. Think about it when you called the number before, your heart was racing, your heart was pumping. You didn't know what to expect. Your anxiety was through the roof because you didn't even know how to control it.
Look,
Is that correct?
yes, I sat in that parking lot, man. I sat in that parking lot. The meeting started at 6 o'clock. I sat in that parking lot till 5:59:59,
559.
debating whether I was gonna go in that building or go to the bar.
Mm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what to expect when I walk in there. I thought that people was gonna judge me because I'm a young black brother, melanated brother. Um, I got a gold tooth. My hair was braided. You know what I'm saying? I was walking with a cane. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, I don't know what these people gonna expect, man. But when I walked in that room, the level of man, how can I explain it? The level of release, the weight lifted off my shoulders, man. I mean, the exhale on that, Chief, because they embraced me. And it was people
Yep.
of all ages, religions, color, gender, and it didn't matter, man. No one cared what you look like. Everybody in there was there for the same reason to be sober. And when you have a common collective consciousness like that, man, you can't do nothing but build on it. You understand what I'm saying? That is a solid foundation, collective consciousness.
Mm. And it's so special. So I'm only 24 years old, right? What I've learned is that I'm in a threshold in the middle of where I can connect with so many different people. Not just older people, not just younger people. I can connect with everybody just because of the level of understanding that I have within myself. Every Ever since I went through my divorce, I became a better person. I became a better man. I became more understanding of myself. But now it's like, okay, when I learned how to be a man, what does that even mean? I'm more aware of myself, and as I'm more aware of myself, I'm able to help other people find themselves and their purpose. So I was raised by a single mom, and she raised three boys by herself. Did an amazing job, a phenomenal job. But there's only so much a woman can teach a boy. A boy has to become a man by learning and emulating what a man is. How you do that if you haven't been around one? Granted, I did play football. I was into sports. but I was only able to temporarily see what a man was from practice, which is absolutely fine. But now, since I'm talking about this, I really just understood what a man was from working my mentors, Mike and Brigley or Steve Anderson, within real estate. But they taught me in a lesson to where they was teaching me about business, about sales, about communication, how to change my tonality, how to listen, how to match my audience voice, or not voice, but their tone. When he was doing this, Terry, when I tell you it was so difficult to even have a conversation to understand what the problem was, because oftentimes we are so embarrassed of the problem, we don't even want to discuss it. So we beat around the problem, we beat around the bush. How do you get to the main problem if you're not asking the right questions? Terry, I don't know if you've done this. Have you ever been to sales?
Yeah, you can say so.
Okay, so it's essentially so you just talking to a lot of people. You just talking to a lot of people. Um, my mentor, we was on Zoom. I was on a call, and he watching me having this call. When I tell you, it's the most nerve wracking thing I've ever done. I'm on the call. He's typing notes. I'm trying to listen to the homeowner problem. I'm trying to listen to them. I can't listen because I'm trying to read, and he's typing paragraphs. So now I have to read the paragraph, see what I'm supposed to say, but I'm not really listening to the problem. I'm not really listening to the homeowner. But it taught me. He was like, Terrell, you sound like a kid. I said, what does that even mean? What does that? What does that even mean? He said, every time you get on the phone, you get on the phone super excited. So somebody called me like they'll call. I call them. They'll pick up the phone. Be like, hey, how you doing? My name is Terrell Humphrey. And have you recently thought about selling your place? And I'm like, no. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, if anything changes, please keep my number, and I would love to be in contact with you. He's like, bro, you sound like a kid. He said, if the homeowner get on the phone and their tonality is low, their tone is low, they get on the phone and be like, hello, you match it. Hey, is this John? Yes, it's John. What do you want? You're matching it. So I'm like, when it was presented, I didn't understand it. As I continued along my journey, I started to learn he was teaching me how to communicate and become a man by learning how to understand. So I'm like, that is crazy. I learned how to understand by being in sales and communicating with other people. Now I'm able to communicate and tell my story in a way to where people can understand it in different ways and apply it to their own life. So not only is my purpose more clear and I have more clarity, I understand why I'm in the position that I am in because I can connect with more people. We all can connect with more people, but I'm in the middle. So I can connect with you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Both my generation and your generation. So there's no disconnect when we all going through the same exact thing.
exactly. Because it's all energy.
It's all energy.